Now that's what I call stupid. In my junior year of high school, an invitation for a date arrived from a guy who had a seemingly charming plan. He had rented a Redbox movie and decided to showcase his culinary skills by making a pizza. Little did I know, this evening would turn into a comedy of errors that would be etched into my memory forever. The evening began innocently enough. We settled in to watch the movie, and everything seemed to be going smoothly. However, it wasn't long before I heard the distinct beep of the oven, signaling that the pizza was ready. This guy, seemingly oblivious to the impending disaster, turned to me with a serious expression, and uttered, "This is the worst part." Intrigued and slightly concerned, I watched as he approached the oven. The atmosphere was thick with anticipation as he swung the oven door open. To my horror, he reached in with his bare hands, grabbing the scorching hot pizza along with the blazing hot oven rack. What ensued can only be described as a cacophony of chaos. He let out a blood-curdling scream that echoed through the kitchen, making me question whether I had stumbled into a bizarre cooking show or an avant-garde performance art piece. As he danced around the kitchen, still holding onto the molten pizza, his wails of agony filled the room. It was as if the pizza had betrayed him in the worst way possible, and the entire universe was conspiring against this ill-fated culinary adventure. The smell of burning flesh mingled with the aroma of overcooked pizza, creating a scent that could only be described as the essence of regret. In my attempt to make sense of the surreal situation unfolding before me, I couldn't help but wonder if this was some elaborate prank, or if I had accidentally stepped into an alternate reality, where common sense had taken an extended vacation. Eventually, he managed to compose himself, although the damage was done. The pizza, now sporting imprints of his fingers, lay forlornly on the kitchen counter, a casualty of a date night gone horribly wrong. He looked at me sheepishly, probably expecting me to burst into laughter or offer some words of comfort. Instead, I sat there, wide-eyed and speechless, grappling with the absurdity of the moment. As the initial shock wore off, the reality of the situation hit me. We had just witnessed a spectacular display of ineptitude, a symphony of stupidity that would go down in the annals of my high school memories. Needless to say, a second date was never on the horizon. Reflecting on that evening, I couldn't help but marvel at the sheer absurdity of the events that transpired. How does one go from a seemingly normal date night to a screaming fiasco of burnt fingers and ruined pizza? It was a conundrum that defied logic, a tale that begged to be shared with friends as we collectively marveled at the unparalleled absurdity of it all. In the days that followed, the story of that ill-fated date became legendary within our social circle. Each retelling brought fresh waves of laughter, accompanied by incredulous stares and exclamations of, "No way." It became the go-to anecdote whenever someone needed a good laugh or a reminder that, no matter how bad their day was, at least they hadn't tried to retrieve a pizza from the oven with bare hands. Looking back, I couldn't help but wonder about the thought process that led to such a calamitous decision. Did he genuinely believe he possessed some impervious heat-resistant superpower that would allow him to snatch the pizza unscathed? Or was it a momentary lapse in judgment, a lapse so profound that it bordered on the absurd? One thing was for sure, that date had inadvertently become a crash course in the anatomy of a disastrous evening. It wasn't just the burned pizza or the screams of agony, it was the culmination of choices that defied reason, transforming what should have been a simple night into a saga of comedic proportions. In the grand scheme of life, this date might have been a mere blip on the radar, a footnote in the epic novel of teenage experiences. Yet, its impact lingered, turning it into a cautionary tale for future generations. Friends, siblings, and even acquaintances would hear the story, and the collective response was always a mix of disbelief and amusement, a testament to the enduring power of absurdity. As the years passed, that infamous date became a shared memory, a bond forged through the sheer hilarity of one person's momentary lapse in sanity. The guy in question, while forever immortalized in our anecdotes, eventually faded into the background of our lives, a character who played a brief but unforgettable role in our coming-of-age comedy. So here's to the pizza-pulling daredevil, the unintentional comedian who provided us with a tale that transcended the boundaries of ordinary teenage mishaps. May his fingers have healed, and may he have learned the importance of oven mitts, or at the very least, the wisdom to let the pizza cool before attempting a daring rescue. And to the rest of us, may we always find humor in the absurdity that life throws our way, creating stories that will be told and retold for years to come. Thanks for watching. If you would like to see more of our original stories, then please like and subscribe, and share and leave comments.